Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the court. It is Wednesday, August 13th, 2014, and it has been a fantastic day. NBA season needs to start. Let's go. I'm your host, Christopher Arndt. Guys, how are we?
Very well, very well.
How are you? What's going on, Ty? It's been too long.
No, it's been way too
We've had mishaps. We've had vacation. People have been sick. We are back, baby. We are better than ever. Yeah, so, guys, I am so happy. It is finally done. The sale done. Clippers, here we go. And the NBA schedule is out. We'll talk about that later. But let's the hill. All right, now we're going to talk about a few topics. We're going to talk exclusively sports today. Our first topic of the discussion will be the reaction to Tony Stewart, the tragic accident in upstate New York between Tony Stewart and Kevin Ward. We'll get our first thoughts. Awful situation up there. You might hear some surprising insight, but we'll get to that in just a little while. We also want to talk about the PGA Championship. A couple topics about Rory McIlroy and his fantastic month of golf. I mean, absolutely spectacular. And also breaking news, just coming in the past hours, Tiger Woods is not going to be in the Ryder Cup.
Woo!
That is just announced. He is not in the Ryder Cup. I have an issue. These guys are going to fill their insight in. We'll see in a little while. Then we're going to talk about the NBA. And as you heard me gloating, Clippers sale done. Comprende. Sayonara. Shelling Sterling. Donald Sterling. Well,
Watch that language, Tyler.
Wait.
Watch that language.
Oh, last I checked, Shelly's getting 2 tickets, front row.
She's getting a lot more than just 2 tickets in court.
So, all right, hold on.
Don't say bye to Shelly Sterling. She's not going anywhere.
Well, I actually have a surprising take on Shelly Sterling as a Clipper fan coming up. Also, we're going to talk Kevin Love to the Cavs, our thoughts. Also, Andrew Wiggins, interesting comments the other day. We'll talk about that in a while, too. And we'll talk briefly about the NBA schedule. Major League Baseball, we're going to run division by division. Hot teams, cold teams. We also never
teams.
Yeah. We also teams that are dragging. We're also going to talk briefly about the trade deadline. I'm curious about the Oakland Athletics will be the main showcase here, the Lester trade. Does that put them over the top? We'll get our insight, and Tyler will fill us in on his opinion. And also, the big debate around Major League Baseball recently has been with what to do as far as increasing the interest of baseball. And we will get some insight into our opinions, but also the new commissioner will be announced sooner or later, and he's going to have a big task because Bud Selig, in my opinion, dropped the ball. We'll get to that shortly. And finally, we're going to talk the NFL. Reaction to Johnny Manziel, Blake Bortles, Teddy Bridgewater, who had the best start for the first-round picks in the draft, as well as we're going to do a little over-under, worst to first and first to worst. I love it, baby. Let's go. Boys.
Here we go.
How are you?
I want to go back to Disney.
You want to go back to Disney?
Boy.
Oh, and I don't advertise in this show. I don't advertise in this show, but I thoroughly advertise Disney World. Right, Nick?
No.
Yes, if you have a shot, please.
I am not. We are
go
not
to the
getting paid
magical-
by Disney, and nor do I think we ever will. But I will advertise Disney until I die.
Bob Iger, if you're out there, we're advocating for you on this show.
Hi, Tyler.
And that was a terrible Mickey impression.
Oh, come
Anyways,
on. I had to feel a little Mickey.
It's the happiest place on earth. Please, I advise everyone that you should go there.
Absolutely. Go there. You'll have a great time. A little expensive. I'm not going to lie. It is a little expensive, but you'll have a fantastic time. Go enjoy yourselves.
If you go to WaltDisneyWorld.com and type in keyword the court, you'll get 25% off your whole purchase.
Oh, yeah.
That's not true.
Yeah, that's not true at all.
I wish.
We're not even getting sponsored by Disney. We're just advertising because we love Disney. Now, on to more important news. Guys, tragedy this weekend. It was terrible. I know you two are not auto racing fans. One bit. I don't even think you – maybe
That's not true. I'm a little bit.
You watch Daytona 500 once in a while. Maybe the Indy 500 once in a while, too.
Yeah.
Tyler, have you watched a single minute of NASCAR in your life?
Maybe a couple minutes, but I mean, I've never sat down and even watched like.
Just for all you haters out there, NASCAR is in fact a sport.
Thank you.
Okay, that's another debate.
And we're not going to debate that today. And
it's not a debate.
My issue is it's a regional discussion, and people from the north, and you guys are going to call me because I'm stereotyping the north, but it's absolutely true. In the south, it's more popular and they respect NASCAR.
Similar to college football.
I agree with that, actually. The North has no respect for NASCAR, and it is a disgrace, and it annoys me.
It was at one point the most popular sport.
Absolutely annoys me. These drivers are as competitive as it comes. Some of them are in the best shape. Tony Stewart's excluded from that.
Fat.
He's fat. There's no other way around. He's fat. The guy is a fat man.
And if you're going to tell me Jimmy Johnson's not in shape, Come on now.
Jeff Gordon's in his 40s. The guy's in terrific shape.
Oh, yeah.
The guy looks fantastic. Anyway, and I gotta be actually another thing too. These guys are as competitive as it comes, and actually at the dirt track it showed. Even in the local tracks, they're as competitive as some of the other
Have you seen that
sports.
commercial? Speaking of in shape, have you seen that commercial with Dale Earnhardt Jr.?
No.
That one with Mountain Dew when they do the duck call.
Yeah.
And then he takes his shirt off
Is
at
it
the end.
good?
Yeah, he takes his shirt off at the end. He has a six-pack. Just
Nick,
like
hey
just
Nick,
like,
you like that?
just like Mountain
Do
Dew.
you like that, Nick?
Oh.
They do that little duck call.
Are you gonna dream about that like David
Okay.
Luiz?
Okay, let's get to the show.
All right.
here.
Anyway, because this is actually a serious topic, and I do want to get a little bit of serious discussion, I should say, about this.
First off, to preface this, I would like to say all respect, all my prayers go to Kevin Ward's family.
Agreed.
Absolutely. Right
Agreed.
there with you.
It's a terrible thing that happened. It does happen in auto racing, sometimes too much, but there's nothing you do. They sign up for it. You know, we all, whether you like NASCAR or not, you all understand. They sign up for that. To me, auto racing is the most dangerous sport one could partake in. The reason why?
It's a dangerous game.
The reason why is because more people have died in that sport, not just in NASCAR. I'm talking throughout auto racing than in any other sport, in my opinion. And actually, the facts say that too. Anyway, now a little background. What happened was there was a dirt track race in upstate New York. I believe it was about an hour south of Watkins Glen or somewhere in that area. But anyway, Kevin Ward got taken out by Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart nudged him into the wall. Kevin Ward proceeds to get out of his car and approach Tony Stewart's car as he drives around. Now, might I remind you, I probably watch the most NASCAR of anyone here. I'm not going to say I'm a diehard NASCAR fan. I watch NASCAR. My family is big on NASCAR, and I love Tony Stewart. And I'm going to be a little biased here, too, as well. Hope these guys will provide non-biased insight. Anyway, as Kevin Ward approaches the car, he starts getting very aggressive approaching Tony Stewart and gets caught in the back tire, spins, and in the video, I can't say it's gruesome, but it's so horrific to know that that man is dead lying. If you haven't seen the video, it is not violent, it is not bloody, it is not like Paul George's incident. But you know he's dead and it's really emotional. I don't know if you guys have the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst video I've ever seen.
It's not the worst video. It really.
But really, just to let people know, before all this happened, the reason why he approached Tony Stewart was because Tony Stewart crashed his car.
Yeah. I mean, it's as simple as that. And you see it all the time. These drivers are I think they're thin-skinned in a way. As much as I think they probably perceive to be thick, they're not. I think they're as competitive as it comes. And when it comes to an incident like that, especially a local track where thousands of dollars are dumped into these cars, and now then Kevin Ward has to go and repair that car. I mean,
with his own money.
That's a lot of money asking for a 20-year-old with legitimate sponsors. And it's not like Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart has a absolutely successful ownership going on right now in NASCAR, and he's won a championship as an owner himself, and he's also got two cars, actually one car, Kevin Harvick, who will be in the chase. So I mean, he's done a good job. Now, to our opinion on the whole situation, it is a terrible tragedy. Now, I have an issue with this, and I'm getting a little sick of the backlash that Tony Stewart is getting. There is only one situation where I can understand it partakes. And Kevin Ward's dad basically summed up my annoyance today by saying...
This was ridiculous.
By saying... Do I have the quote? In quote... I'm going to read you two quotes here. This is off of SI. Apparently, Tony Stewart was the only one driving out there who didn't see him. In quote, that's Ward Sr. Proceeding on to talk more about Tony Stewart and maneuvering out of the way. Tony Stewart was the best damn driver by far on the track that night. Why he had to go up as high as he did and hog my son, there's no reason for it. All right. I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to be very clear. I personally think Kevin Ward is more to blame for his death than Tony Stewart. Now, I'm not saying Tony Stewart didn't take a part, because obviously he got caught in Tony Stewart's back tire. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying Kevin Ward approached Tony Stewart's car viciously, and he could have prevented his death by staying in the car or staying high. You could point at him. You could have thrown your helmet at him. Absolutely ridiculous the amount of blowback Tony Stewart is getting. Absolutely ridiculous, and it annoys me. Absolutely ridiculous, and I'm biased. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Go ahead. I've been talking too long.
What do you expect?
Of course there's going to be blowback.
I don't care. It's almost like people don't have eyes. They don't see what's going on. He approached Stewart's car. Bristol Motor Speedway. Nick, do you know anything about Bristol?
Yeah.
Tyler, do you know anything about Bristol?
Bristol Motor Speedway? No.
Okay. Well, it actually looks like a football field. In fact, I think there's a bowl game being played there this year for college football.
Yes, there is.
It's a small. I think it's a half mile. It's a small track. And let me tell you, there's a lot of crashes and emotions flare. I'll tell you, the amount of fights / anger that is flying through that track that night or that day when they're racing is a lot. And they throw helmets, but never once.
Hold on, wait.
Approach the car.
Wait. You're comparing an experienced 25, 30-year-old NASCAR driver to an amateur 20-year-old.
You gotta learn. You can't do it. What? You're putting your life on the line, Nick. You're walking in front of
cars.
Hold on.
All right, let me say something.
That's common sense.
All right, Chris, you had enough for now. What you're saying about this whole blowback thing, of course the blowback is going to happen.
Absolutely.
Prime example. God rest his soul, Robin Williams was responsible for his own death. But of course there's still going to be speculation. There's still going to be media coverage.
Whoa. There's not as much blowback in that situation because he was in trouble already. And also, it's not. I disagree. It's not the same situation. Tony Stewart.
How can you not expect blowback from this? A guy
I
died.
expected it.
But you just said there shouldn't be.
There shouldn't be though.
There's always going to be.
Why should there be? What did Tony Stewart?
I
don't care. What did Tony Stewart do? What did Tony Stewart do? And by suspecting that he is a little bit at fault, basically defies his character / his intent.
I don't think a lot of people really expect him to be at fault. I think that's just his dad trying to.
I don't know, Tyler. I've heard a couple of analysts say that Tony Stewart. They're trying to judge Tony Stewart's intent. How in the hell do you know what another man is thinking? How? Without actually questioning it.
You're kind of doing that right now, though.
People are going to speculate.
Yeah. Of course there's going to be speculation.
I'm not speculating Tony Stewart's intent. I'm telling you based on fact what I saw. I'm not saying what Tony Stewart. I'm not saying whether he was intended to do it or he did intend to do it. I'm telling you that Kevin Ward approached that car and visually, aggressively. That's what I'm saying. I am saying nothing to Tony Stewart's intent. Now, I will say this. Tony Stewart has had anger issues. I will not argue that. It is a fact, and it is completely true. He's considered the badass of NASCAR. That's what they call him. And I know Nick knows that. Tyler, I don't think you knew that. He's a little badass in NASCAR.
He's a little Pillsbury doughboy.
He is the Pillsbury.
Poke him.
Oh, instead of tickling, he gets pissed. That's the difference. Instead of laughing, he starts swearing at you. That's what happens. But that's my opinion on Tony Stewart. The question I was thinking about the other day is when can Tony Stewart come back? Now, this is an interesting issue because if Tony Stewart feels no guilt, why shouldn't he come back this week? He's got 3 races left. He's trying to make the chase. Why can't he participate this week? Huh? I don't either. And maybe it's a race fan. I want to see him make the chase, so I have no problem with it. Nick, do you have a problem with it?
Personally, no, but I can see where people have a problem with it. I can see it. It's still the family's grieving. I don't think I have a problem with it, but I can see people having a problem with it.
That's the problem is if the family's grieving and Stewart feels no guilt, Stewart could go grieve with them, but why should he skip a race? I don't understand.
It's just a respect thing.
Out of respect, yeah.
See, to me, you want to talk about PR stunt? This is your PR stunt, Nick. This is your PR absolute stunt as a business owner. That's what Tony Stewart is. Let me rephrase that. He's a business owner. If he races, it looks bad in his company. Do you agree?
Completely. If he wants good press, then he should definitely not race.
To me, that is the only reason why he's not going to race. It's just because he's a business owner. But if he wasn't, say he was still at Joe Gibbs, I think he'd still be racing. I think Joe Gibbs would allow it. That's just my personal opinion. But because he's a owner, and so far, to his credit, and it's still a young company, he's a successful owner, I think he will stay out of this. I think, though, he needs to come back because, frankly, NASCAR, it needs stars. I think it's also a star-driven sport. Like when Dale Earnhardt was driving, people watched. People aren't watching right now. You have Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson. I think with Jimmy Johnson in the running, people watch. Jimmy Johnson's had a pretty bad year this year. He has a win. He's in the chase, but he hasn't performed in the past couple of weeks. He's been crashed a lot. Tony Stewart needs to be in this chase. He's a star. He's a 3-time champion. He is arguably considered a top 5 driver racing right now, behind Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, maybe a couple others. Maybe Kurt Busch. You can throw Matt Kenseth in there. But the fact that he's a 3-time champion has some sort of credibility, and NASCAR needs Tony Stewart. That's just my personal opinion. Any final comments on this, boys?
Like I said,
Tyler, you're shell shocked over there. You got nothing to say.
Well, look,
He just doesn't know about NASCAR.
He doesn't know about NASCAR.
I don't know enough about NASCAR, but I mean,
Our rednecks from Alabama like this sport. Our rednecks. What do you say to that?
He's
Talladega, baby.
He's making a left turn.
Talladega's a great race. I want to go to Talladega. I don't know. Nick, you want to go to Talladega with me? Maybe we'll see Ricky Bobby. And then that French guy, I don't remember his name.
Pierre or something.
Oh, God.
Oui.
All right. Let's get to something we all care about. Boys, Sunday night, that was a special tournament we saw. I was glued to the PGA Championship, and I don't like the PGA Championship. I hate the PGA Championship compared to the other majors and the players. It's actually my 5th favorite tournament of the year. I was glued to this. It was everything I wanted, and it lived up to all the hype. This was by far the best major in a couple of years, in my opinion. I take that back. Since last British Open when Phil won. That was fantastic. This was dramatic. This was controversial. And at the end of the day, the best golfer won the tournament, and it was fantastic.
I'm with you. It was a great tournament. It was a great finish to a great tournament.
It was.
I mean, the best golfer won. So that's all you can really ask.
I agree. And Ricky Fowler, I think he had another great tournament. Phil, he hits that eagle. If he hits that eagle chip on 18, oh my God. I think I was ready to go insane. I think I was ready to go jump all over the place if he hit that eagle chip. I mean, I don't know what you guys thought. That was so close to going in. Imagine if he could see.
Oh,
imagine
stop
if
it.
Nick,
No.
it was dark. Don't
quote,
give me that.
hold on.
Rory
quote-
He was playing in the dark.
Rory
To
McIlroy
quote-
even said, the winner even said that he couldn't even see. He was basically playing very conservative on that last hole because he couldn't see a damn thing.
Exactly.
To quote a
Everybody
true-
was playing in the same condition.
To quote
Wait,
a
so-
true
wait,
friend.
hold on, Tyler. Why does that matter, though? If he,
Well, you said it mattered.
Why, it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Why?
All right.
I think Rory's going to play that whole
To-
conservative either
to-
way.
To quote a friend of mine, Vimal, true champions find a way to win. And I don't want to hear excuse out of Phil's mouth.
You calling Phil not a true champion?
Not that he didn't win.
Nick, you can't. I see true champion. Phil is more of a true champion than Rory is right now. By
First off,
one major.
he'd find a way to win.
Okay.
I don't want to hear
and-
excuse
and
out of
Rory
his mouth.
And actually, on
Rory
top of
McIlroy
that-
is what, 25?
Yeah, there you
On
go.
top of that,
Wait until next major. Rory will tie him next major.
yeah, we all know what happened in 2011 at the Masters. I wouldn't go that far yet.
He's a different
Rory,
golfer.
I do agree with that. I completely agree with that. He's a different person than he was a couple years ago.
Because he broke up with that Wozniacki girl.
Wozniacki.
Tennis
Yeah.
player, yeah.
He even said it. Tyler, didn't you say that?
He came out and said it. I think.
Oh, absolutely, he said
I
it
think was
today.
After the tournament, he said, "Oh, it made me a better golfer."
Well, did you see what he said? Did you see what he said? I think it was today or yesterday. He basically came out and said, "My life is golf and working out. No time for anything else. I wake up, I go work out, I go work on my game, I go to sleep." That's Rory's life. That is, and you know what?
It's working out for
It's
him.
working out for him too. There's no responsibility, and maybe golf is one of those sports. As a young kid, you can't get a relationship because you're working so much. You're trying to fine tune your game, and plus because your window in golf is probably from right around where Rory is, the 25 range, and probably till about 40. Right when you hit 40 is when you start to deteriorate.
Thanks, Dr. Phil.
As we see Tiger. So I think Rory's got to take advantage of this. Rory can seize this. Now the key is, can Rory save golf? Because golf,
No.
I'm sorry,
Not
is
in this
dying.
country. Not
I
in
say
this
no.
country.
I agree. I don't think he can in this country because he's not American. Oh, God bless America.
That's
He's
simple.
not American.
Just look at the Ryder Cup teams. That's all you need to know.
The only reason why there were ratings this high, and he got a 6.1 in Eastern ratings, which is, I believe, was tied with the Masters, and it doubled the U.S. Open and the British Open. Not surprisingly, those two are the Masters always gets the best ratings. But my theory is the only reason why those ratings were like that is because you had two Americans versus one European.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Nick.
I think
You don't even need to ask me.
speculation. This is just me speculating. I think if Ricky Fowler can get good, I think he get some support.
I think he's already got support.
Yeah.
He has the young people.
I think he gets some more viewers. Yeah.
You don't know the amount of kids I see with that Ricky Fowler head cover with the hat. Oh my God, all
Yeah.
over
I
the
love
place.
Ricky Fowler.
What?
He's by far my favorite golfer, Ricky Fowler.
I don't like Ricky
love
Fowler. He is gonna be a Lee Westwood in my opinion. Close but no cigar.
But if he could be good, I think he could gain some support here in the U.S.
I agree. I agree.
He's no Tiger, but
I think you're absolutely right, and I agree with that too. He's no Tiger, and I don't think he's a Phil either, Nick. I only think he's maybe a 1 or 2 major champion if he can win a major.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not Bubba Watson. Bubba Watson is awful. He wins a major at the Masters, and then decides to fall off the face of the planet. The guy doesn't show up from week to week, and it annoys me. How we glorify Bubba Watson. Oh, he's a long ball hitter. He's won 2 majors. Stop it. Absolutely stop it. The guy's the most overrated golfer on the tour. Jesus. Bubba Watson annoys me. Absolutely annoys me. Now, the breaking news already is that Tiger is not in the Ryder Cup.
Thank goodness.
You guys don't think he should be? Damn it,
Thank
he
goodness.
should be. He is better. If he can
You
get
have to
at
look
least
at it.
to 50 to 75%, he is better than half the players on this U.S. roster.
You have to look at it from 2 perspectives, though.
That's a big if these days, Chris.
2 perspectives.
Go ahead, Nick. I'm even listening.
From a PR standpoint, you would love to have Tiger on the team because he brings viewers and he brings people.
Yes,
And he brings ratings.
yes, you're absolutely right.
But from a golf perspective, I mean, the U.S. team's already bad. But from a golf perspective, he's not good.
Yeah, but I think
Just
that's
not
what
good
I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying is from a presence, from a Tiger intimidation standpoint, and I still think he's got some. I know he's awful, but I still think he's got some of that Tiger in him. There's a little bit of roar in that cat, and it can come out whenever.
Where?
It's somewhere.
You
It
haven't
is
seen
somewhere.
You haven't seen it in like 6 years.
No, you haven't seen it since last year. Remember, he won 5 tournaments last year. Don't forget that. He won 5
Care about the
tournaments, including the
care about
players.
majors.
Dude, he won 5 tournaments last year. People say, oh, the guy's terrible. Except for this year where he suffered back injuries. The guy is not that bad. In fact, before this year, I would say he's the best golfer in the year. Oh, my God.
In the jungle, the
I think Nick's got Disney on the brain.
The lion
boy.
sleeps tonight. That's
What?
Tiger's theme song.
I'm looking. Yeah, I can see that. Circle of life. Yeah, my beautiful voice. But I mean, I'm looking at these teams. I could see 3 people on this U.S. team I'm afraid of. Ricky Fowler right now, Phil Mickelson, and 1 Matt Kuchar. Matt Kuchar might be one of the most consistent golfers on the tour. He scares me actually. But on the European, I mean, McIlroy.
It would have been great if Dustin Johnson was there if he didn't do cocaine.
He's too busy snorting up
Yeah.
at Coastal Carolina.
That would have been a good
Yeah,
thing.
he's too
but
busy snorting up and he's had a good year.
Yeah.
Dustin Johnson had a pretty good year. I agree with that.
all
Actually,
that cocaine.
if you wanna get down, little Eric Clapton reference for our viewers. All right, anyway, but to the European team, you have McIlroy, Stenson, who has been on fire. He's had a good year. Sergio has had a good year too. He's had a bounce back year.
He really has.
I'm not afraid of Sergio.
I would be, Nick.
He's
He's
had a
consistent
really
this
good
year.
year,
He's been
Nick.
very good.
Where was he the last tournament?
He was around. He
Minus
should have won the
3?
job. He should have won the Bridgestone. He should have won a
finished
Bridgestone.
-3. Come on.
He should have won the Bridgestone.
Well, he didn't,
He should have.
but he didn't.
You're right. He got beat by a better player,
Exactly.
and it's his fellow European. Justin Rose has been okay this year. He doesn't quite scare me compared to the other guys, but I'd fear him a little bit. And Martin Keimer, I bash Martin Keimer until this year. He really stepped it up. Since he was number 1, he kind of fell off the map. He really stepped up this year, and I give Martin Keimer credit because his U.S. Open performance was spectacular. I don't think I've seen a U.S. Open performance since Congressional.
Watch out, though. You left a name off of that U.S. roster team, Jordan Spieth.
I think he's too young still. I don't see it yet. I don't see it big time. You're gonna have everybody watching on European soil.
Maybe, maybe not. He's a 50-50 shot.
Because of the majors this year, Spieth kind of fell off after the Masters.
Yeah.
He wasn't really there. I mean, the first couple months he was hot, got to the Masters, did okay, and then kind of fell off the map. So I don't know what happened to Spieth, and I agree with you. He will be good. He will be good. And he will win a major. You can count on that, and you can quote me on that right now. He will win. For this Ryder Cup, I don't see it. I just don't see it. And if you ask me, I mean, Tiger, if you're a good player, am I scared of him? No. Is he consistent? Yes. But am I going to, cringe in my shoes for him? Absolutely not. Jimmy Walker, please.
Who?
Patrick Reed.
Who?
Exactly.
And Zach Johnson. I mean,
Around.
it's funny. Duffner is not. He's got that bulging disc. I wouldn't be afraid of Duffner, but he's better than most of these names.
Wait, bulging disc or bulging stomach?
Yeah. I think he's been watching too much Shrek.
Yeah.
Oh my
He's been
God.
watching too much Shrek. Oh God, he really is. You know what though? But he would scare me more than half these players, Nick. Don't you agree?
Oh yeah, he's not a bad player.
He's not a bad player. I don't like Duffner, but he's a good player, and he can be good. He really can. He's very spurty. All right, now we go with golf. We all understand. You guys are against Tiger. I think he would be a great presence for the U.S. team. Great presence.
I don't see it.
And I think Tom Watson,
From a PR standpoint, he would be.
Tom Watson might be just putting his hand in his head, realizing, wow, I have no shot this year. No shot at winning the Ryder Cup this year.
So bad.
Again.
The U.S. team is so bad.
Yeah, it's the European takeover of golf. Jeez, it's ridiculous. All right, let's get away from those sports. Let's get to the NBA. And we're still talking about the NBA, boys. Middle of summer. It's still dominating the headlines, especially today with the schedules out. But the most important, the biggest story of them all, the Los Angeles Clippers are finally sold. Mr. Steve Ballmer, come on down. Welcome to your new kingdom. And I give you the Staples Center Monday night.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Monday night, you are in the big house. And I'm not talking about Michigan. I'm talking about the Staples Center. You are in primetime territory, a place where the Clippers have been flirting with the past couple years since Chris Paul got there. And now with Steve Ballmer, the resources are there. There are no excuses for Los Angeles Clippers now. And this is coming from a Clipper perspective. There are no excuses.
They'll find one. They'll find an excuse.
They don't have an excuse. They have one of the best coaches in the league. They have a great roster. I don't know if it's the best in the West, but it is a great roster for what it is. And they're going to have one of the better front offices because I think Steve Ballmer can get it done. Now, Nick, you're more in the tech. Since Steve Ballmer's reign with Microsoft, I think he was okay.
He was not a very good.
He was okay.
He was
he was.
eh.
I wouldn't say he blew me out of the water.
No, he was no Steve Jobs.
I agree with that. But who is Steve Jobs except for Bill Gates?
That's true. He was no Bill Gates.
He's
either.
no Bill Gates, and that's a tough person. I mean,
He's no Elon
it's like
Musk.
Tim Cook. How do you follow that up? It's like the only quarterback that's been able to follow. The only two people that have been able to follow up great hype have been one Andrew Luck and two Aaron Rodgers. And I know I'm at a football perspective. They followed up great quarterbacks. They did, and they did a good job of it. But the sale of the Clippers is a big move. Now, Tyler, you're the Warriors fan. What are you saying?
Well, obviously with me being the Warriors fan, the Clippers are my rival.
Yeah, they should be.
Well, obviously,
Yeah,
but
they should be.
At the end of the day, it's good for basketball. It was a good day for basketball.
It was.
As a basketball
Good day
fan,
for the city of Los Angeles.
As a basketball fan, I'm happy.
I feel like you agree with this. NBA is always better when one of the Los Angeles teams are good.
Well, of course.
I agree with that.
It's the
Los
second
Angeles.
biggest market.
Yeah, but it's different with the Knicks and the Nets. Like, I mean, it's different because I feel Los Angeles is a pure basketball town as opposed to New York. It's a good basketball town. The Knicks are popular.
Wait.
But it's not Los Angeles.
Did you say LA is a pure basketball town?
I think it is.
Not the Dodgers?
I have said that LA is a Dodger town, but I also went to Los Angeles during the Dodger season, and right now they are in the midst of a pennant run. So I have to go back there in the winter. But I wouldn't be shocked if it was Laker town when I go back. But I'm just saying everyone was wearing Dodger hats when I was there.
Well,
So
it's the middle of baseball season.
exactly, like I said, they're in the middle of a pennant hunt. But I'm with Tyler. This is good for the NBA. This really is, and at least we have one Los Angeles team that will be good next year. Unlike that other disgrace of an organization right now. Freaking Jim Buss. What a joke. All right.
Call him a disgrace of an organization.
I would call him disgrace of an organization.
What?
Mitch Kupchak is in Jim Buss's fingertip. Nick?
Talking about the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, and they're a disgrace. Absolute disgrace.
Stop.
They made James Dolan
Stop it.
look like one of the best
Stop it.
owners
Oh, jeez.
in the entire National Basketball Association. Jim Buss is a joke. He is going to implode the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, I'm going to talk about it later in the verdict because one Skip Bayless and one Stephen A. Smith decided to actually have a logical debate on if the Clippers can one day surpass the Lakers, which is ludicrous. That is absurd. That is blasphemous, if you ask me. How could you say that? And this is going to a Clipper fan. There are 4 Clipper fans in this country. And one of them is me.
Who?
Okay? One of them is me.
Who?
Joe Schmo, Nate, whatever, and some lunatic in the corner and some homeless guy in Los Angeles.
So there's one?
Well,
I should say 2 because Shelley Sterling.
Oh God. Oh, Shelley. Actually, Tyler, you have an opinion on Shelley?
What about her?
Well, do you like how she's getting courtside tickets? She's the #1 Clipper fan, which is not true. That's Clipper Darryl.
Well, here is my opinion on Shelley Sterling, and I know her last name is Sterling, so people are very hesitant to accept her, but she was one of the driving forces of getting Donald Sterling.
Well said.
So I have absolutely no problem.
Well said.
With anything she got.
And coming from a Clipper fan, I completely agree with you. I will add no more.
Clipper fans should love her
Love
to
it.
death.
Love it. I'm not gonna love her to death. I mean, you're right. She's still a Sterling, and she was with Donnie in their past. But I'm completely with you. I will accept Shelley Sterling on the sideline. And frankly, they should embrace it and look at it in the sense that, wow, we are out of the Sterling era and into the Ballmer era. Let's go. Let's rock and roll through the Ballmer era.
You a little excited about that?
Oh, I am so ready. The NBA season. Why can't it be NBA? Is NBA starting tomorrow? Is it starting tomorrow?
No.
It's only August 13th. Oh, it's disappointing.
You know what is starting tomorrow?
What's starting tomorrow?
The British Premier League. Man U's playing.
The English Premier League?
Oh, God.
Did you just call it the British Premier League?
Same thing. You know what I mean.
You just call it the British Premier League? I thought it's the English Premier League, Nick.
You know what I meant.
Oh my God. I think too many people are watching the MLS to watch the English Premier League.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's what's going on right now. Because the MLS is apparently dominating the TV ranking.
More people watching the ShamWow infomercial than MLS.
I think I don't know what to say to that. I don't even know what to say to that. Get your ShamWow here. Oh my God, that's kind of true. I would buy that. What you watch, ShamWow or the Los Angeles Galaxy?
That guy.
Watch Landon Donovan in his final year.
That guy who sells the ShamWow probably makes more money per year than Landon Donovan.
Landon Donovan versus the ShamWow guy.
Isn't he retiring now?
Supposedly this is his final year.
Who cares?
If the Galaxy win the MLS title this year, he can go stick it up Klinsman's butt, in my opinion, because I still think Landon Donovan should have been on that team. That's a whole other discussion for another day, though. All right, let's get to our next topic. We'll get to Kevin Love to the Cavs. We never talked about this because this happened while we were on break, a long break, extended break, I should say. I like this move, and it is by far, to me, the best move that will happen in this offseason, other than LeBron James going back to Cleveland. And on top of that, it makes the Cleveland Cavaliers by far, it's not even close, the best team in the East.
I'm with you.
By far.
It's not even close.
I don't want to hear Chicago. I still don't buy Derrick Rose as 100%. I have to see him play. It's kind of like the Kobe situation. I got to see him play.
Mhm.
They have no offense still. They didn't improve that. They got Powell. Yeah, the guy's in his 30s. He was not great for the Lakers. Do I think he'll be better? Yeah. Is he better than Boozer?
Who wasn't great for the Lakers?
Recently. In recent years.
Yeah, I was
gonna say,
make
recent
sure you had
years.
that recently.
In recent years.
Pau
I think
Gasol was a big part of two
Gasol's an
titles.
upgrade from Boozer, though. Do you think he's an upgrade from Boozer?
Oh, yeah,
I agree.
no question.
Like, I think Boozer fits with the Lakers. I don't think he fits with the Bulls.
No.
Especially last year when Boozer had to be relied on for offense. He's not an offensive guy, and especially now. He's okay. I think he would have fit better on the Bulls this year than last year with Derrick Rose now back. But I think Powell is a better option because, one, he can score, and two, he play defense, and three, he's big. I think he'll work down low. But I don't think it's close right now. I think the Cavaliers will run away with the East.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And I can't see Chicago's a 2 because I still think Washington should be considered there. And Miami, although they lost LeBron James, if Dwayne Wade is healthy, and that is the key word.
It's a big if.
Healthy.
And if he can last the whole year.
I agree. And Luol Deng has to be sharp. If Luol Deng is sharp, that team isn't too bad. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I think they could do something in the postseason. Do something in the postseason as far as shocking a team. But that's a long way away. We got injuries to come, and I still got to see Dwayne Wade play. The one team that still kind of scares me in the East is the New York Knicks. It's the New York
Speaking of
Knicks.
the Knicks, you see how skinny Carmelo
Oh my
got?
God, he's tiny.
I think he looks
He is
damn good,
tiny.
and it's about time Carmelo got in shape. It is about time. That boy's always had chunk on his stomach. He's always had a flub. He was a flubber-nugger.
He always had a little bit of stomach, but
he used hydroxycut.
He looks he looks like he's in real good shape.
I think Carmelo Anthony just sent the message, say, this is for real. I'm not just getting paid over $120 million. I'm going to earn it. And not only am I going to earn it, I'm going to shock the world and show you that I'm going to earn
But
it.
at the same time, is he going to be able to drive to the basket?
It's a good point.
I mean, is it going to force him to become more of a jump
You
shooter?
could say that about LeBron James, too. He got skinny.
Yeah, but LeBron is a beast. LeBron.
Melo was a beast, too. Melo was one of the strongest players down low, according to a lot of players. He was just naturally strong. I also think he was fat.
Yeah,
I mean, I think Melo's
You're also
fat.
talking about LeBron's athleticism, so.
I think this whole discussion about LeBron James and is he going to regress in his performance because he lost weight is ridiculous.
No, it's a joke.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous. It shouldn't even be talked about. It's a waste of time. It shouldn't even be mentioned. But I think the Cavaliers will be a reckoning. Cleveland's the destination. Johnny Football. LeBron James. And if the Cleveland Indians can somehow make the playoffs, there you go. But it's not going to happen. Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins has taken this
Poor guy.
trade a lot better than I think I
I
would.
feel bad for him.
But you know what? He made this quote today, and I'm going to quote him right here. In quote, whatever happens is out of my control, he said. I'm not worried about it right now. Surrounded by more than a dozen reporters and 9 cameras. Oh, sorry. I was reading something else. Oh, my eyes went dead there.
God.
Yeah. But basically, in a paraphrase of this, Andrew Wiggins went out and said, look, I don't care. I want to be the guy. I don't want to be in the shadows of LeBron James and just be a piece. I want to be the man. And you know what? I think Andrew Wiggins might be a better NBA player than I thought he was going to be. Because of those comments. I thought it took guts to say that.
Hold on.
Number 1 overall pick.
Hold on.
Yeah, but he stinks. He's a 35%
You know who said
jump
that?
shooter.
Andrew Wiggins didn't say that. His agent said that.
I don't know about that.
His agent said
I
that.
don't think he said that. I think it was Andrew Wiggins.
It was not Andrew Wiggins.
And you know what? I
It was
buy
Andrew
it.
Wiggins.
I actually buy what Wiggins is saying. I think he does want to be the man, and because of that, I think he will be a better player. Now, he's got to work on his jump shot. He's got to work in the gym. I mean, he should be taking hundreds of shots a day because the boy can't shoot. He shoots 35% from the field. That will not equate into a performance where he can be the man. If he wants to be the man, he's got to be all around great. But you know what? I have respect for what he says. Now I'm curious if he can back it up. Minnesota, too. I mean, can he do it in Minnesota?
It's going to be a lot of growing pains.
I was going to say, can he do it in Minnesota of all places?
He can make maple syrup in Minnesota.
You got the Minnesota Wild up there, Nick. I think they're, I like them. Actually, I like them this year.
They're the only good team from Minnesota.
Well, the Twins have their, the Twins tend to shock me once in a while. Is there really anything else in Minnesota? You got Teddy Bridgewater.
Michelle Bachman.
Oh, my God. We're going to go back to that now? The Sarah Palin's sister?
Who else?
Really?
Marshall Erickson from How I Met Your Mother's from Minnesota.
God. All right. Moving on.
Moving on.
I just want to make one note.
Who else is from Minnesota? Was it?
Oh,
Never mind.
We can go see the Mary Tyler Moore statue in Minneapolis.
Paul Bunyan.
Oh, God.
Chopping down trees.
Nick, I think we need to chop you down. But either way, I am so pumped for Clippers Warriors Christmas Day. Everyone is they're gloating about LeBron returning to Miami. Heck, I don't think half the Miami fans are going to show up. I think it's going to be a half-empty house. I don't think they're going to show up. I think it'll be hilarious when they don't.
The Cleveland fans will make the trip.
I think the Cleveland fans might pack the building. They might pack the American Airlines.
Hold on, Chris. We talked about this when you were on vacation.
What was that?
What'd you feel about this whole LeBron going to Instagram about the number thing?
Who cares?
I thought it was
It's not worth my
PR garbage.
Nick, it's not worth my breath. I wanted him to return at 23, and the reason it's actually a pretty stupid reason why I want him to return to 23 is because when his number gets retired in the Raptors at the Quicken Loan Arena, I don't want another Kobe Bryant because I still debate what number is getting retired for Kobe Bryant. Is it 8 or is it 24? Do you want the rapist or do you want the new Kobe? Do you want the 3-time champion that was dirty, or do you want the 2-time champion that was clean? I think you retire both of them. That's me. I don't want that LeBron James.
That's another debate for another day.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I could go back and forth on that.
Yeah, I don't want this to happen to LeBron James. So I was happy he returned 23. I thought it was ridiculous though with the Instagram. Yeah. It's not even worth. I don't know why you want to talk about it. Why do you want to talk about it?
Because I think it's a piece of PR garbage.
Oh my God, you're a piece of PR garbage. You know that? Yeah. Jeez. But no, watch Clippers Warriors Christmas Day. That's the marquee game, in my opinion. That will be one heck of a game in Los Angeles. That, to me, really stands out. And I think both teams...
Chris, it's a war between you and I.
It really will be. And we're going to throw down on the show. We're going down!
We will.
Probably like a little sumo wrestling fight, but that's okay. Hopefully I'm in Los Angeles for that game. We'll see. Maybe I'll broadcast fly from the Staples Center.
Please.
Hopefully.
You go. You're taking me with you.
You want to go, Nick? You want to go too?
No.
How about you, Rebecca? Do you want to go?
That's a no.
That's a no? I guess
That's
not.
a no.
All right. I guess not. No Staples Center for you. Anyway, on to the MLB. Let's get to Major League Baseball because it is the summer, and it's getting good. I wish Major League Baseball season would end today because it'd frankly be much more interesting because I don't really want these races to end.
Baseball's actually getting more exciting now.
Well, that's because they all suck.
Well.
They all suck. The National League, except for the Dodgers and maybe the Brewers, it's awful. It is awful. The Nationals should have run away with the East already. I don't understand how Atlanta is sticking around. They have been so bad as of late, especially against the Dodgers. I think it looks like they're about to beat the Dodgers. It looks like right now. It'd be the first win against the Dodgers so far this year, which is kind of absurd because they've already played. I think this is the 7th game that they've played. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I like the Royals, Tyler. I like the Royals a lot. I think they can win the division. What do you think?
Well, they definitely can, especially with Detroit absolutely falling off the table.
Oh, Detroit's terrible.
They look pathetic.
Verlander's hurt. Scherzer's been off. Anibal Sanchez is hurt. I mean, Price, he's got to do it all. Should he start all 5 days? He maybe should start all the games.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if KC can keep up this level of play. I mean, obviously, going into like every year, the last 3 or 4 years now, we've been talking about KC because they're a good young team, but it seems like they're actually stepping up.
The thing is, though, is they have a great lineup. They have a good lineup, but it's not a great lineup. They still haven't even hit their stride yet, which is interesting. They have a good rotation behind James Shields and Vargas. I like them a lot. I think they could do something. I really do. Guthrie's having a decent year, too. So we'll see. As far as the Mariners, they're also hot, too. Felix has been ridiculous. Call him king. Maybe he's the king. Maybe he's the king over LeBron. Only Felix needs a ring first, but that's a whole other issue. I think can the Mariners make the playoffs?
Can they? Sure. Will they? I don't think so.
I think Keith Cano. He can start hitting home runs. They win. They're going to get in because they're playing better than Detroit right now. I don't think they're better, but they're playing better than Detroit right now. Can they carry into September? Maybe. What?
Pretty much everyone's playing better than Detroit.
This is true. I think the Astros are playing better. I think the Rangers. Actually, I think the Rangers are playing better than Detroit. That's saying something. That's sad. Orioles. Are they going to run away? Are they done? Is the East done?
The AL East is over.
AL East is done.
It's over.
Marlins, actually, the surprise team of the National League. The Miami Marlins are red hot. Do they keep it together? Can they make a run here in this weak National League?
6 games out of the division.
Can they do it?
How many games are they out in the wild card?
I think it's 4 or 3. I think it's
4. 4.5.
4.5.
4.5.
They can do it. They can make the run, especially with the NL Central beating up on each other.
Yeah, they can. But
Pittsburgh hasn't taken it.
They need a lot of help.
I agree. Giant, and let's get to those are the hot teams. Cold teams, Tigers. I right now say they're not making the playoffs. Right now,
I would disagree. I think they're going to end up holding on.
They have to get hot, and I think it's going to be behind Scherzer and Price, and that lineup's got to start going. I trust Miggy with all my heart. He's one of my favorite players. They got to get going though. Angels, they've been rocky, but they're going to be fine. I don't have any issues. The Yankees, are they done? Is this it for New York?
If the Yankees are going to make the playoffs, they need to get hot like now.
They need A-Rod.
Oh. Oh my.
They need A-Rod.
No comment.
Oh, that's. Oh.
I think they need Brian McNamee to come back.
Oh, Jesus.
I think they all need a juice.
But no, I mean the Yankees. Looking at the standings, they're 3.5 out of the wild card, which doesn't look awful. But if you look at this team, and they've had the same problem all year long.
I don't think they can turn it around.
They just cannot score.
No, it's another thing with the Yankees too is they seem to win whenever the leaders are winning.
Oh yeah, they win when everyone else wins, and they lose when everyone else wins.
I mean they can't win here. They don't win.
I mean,
even if they made the playoffs, they won't go anywhere.
No.
You know what though?
Actually, I would disagree.
I would disagree with that, and the reason I disagree with that is the Angels are going to make the wild card, and everyone knows how I'm scared to death of the Anaheim Angels. They're my most feared team in the American League because I feel their rotation is good and their hitting is absolutely spectacular.
The Los Angeles Angels.
It's the Anaheim Angels.
Los
Don't get me
Angeles.
started. Don't get me started all the time. But if there's one team that could shock me and knock them off, it's actually 2 teams. I picked 2 teams. Might be the Yankees because I think they can get hot on the lineup at any given time. And they could shock me with their pitching rotation, which has been pretty good. It's been okay, especially with Pineda back. I'm curious to see people.
Yeah, with Joe Schmo.
Yeah, Joe Schmo.
From AAA or whatever.
I mean, I know they lost today. Pineda, I was okay. He looks okay. He looks healthy, which is good. Hopefully he doesn't get called pine tar anymore.
Oh, jeez.
If he doesn't get called pine tar in his neck, maybe next time I'll put it somewhere else. But another team that would scare me too if I was the Angels. And especially if this man doesn't pitch in that stretch, are the Mariners. Because if King Felix is pitching against Anaheim, I might book it for the Mariners. Nobody can touch King Felix right now.
Oh, nobody's been able to all year.
So if he's pitching against Anaheim, I'd be happy if I was a Mariners fan. I really would. And it might be a good equation for them to actually get it somewhere and make the actual postseason. And not just a wild card game.
I mean, if the Mariners were able to throw King Felix every night.
Oh my God.
That'd be it.
Oh, it's over. It's over.
2-0.
It's over.
I mean, the guy's been absolutely insane this year. In my opinion, he's a runaway AL Cy Young.
All right, one more topic as far as the American League. We never talked about this before. Let's to the A's. Oakland on the top, or they win the World Series?
Are they on top of the American League?
Yep. Do they stay there?
Yeah.
Are they going to the World Series?
Are they going to the World Series? Yes.
Okay.
They win the World Series?
I don't think so.
Any comment, Nick?
I think they'll choke again.
I think they'll choke. I'm still indifferent. I think if the Angels meet them in the postseason, I think the Angels can beat Oakland.
They can.
I think the Angels can beat Oakland. I really do. Now Oakland, I think can beat pretty much Oakland can beat pretty much any other team in the American League. What about Baltimore? Could Baltimore be a sleeper here? Are we blowing by Baltimore?
No.
No, really. Because they're getting hot, and I think they're getting hot at the right time.
That was very blunt.
No, I'm just not a fan of that team. I just feel like it's missing something.
I think it's missing something in the pitching rotation.
I'm not a fan of that.
What if Baldo can
really
step
not.
it up? Because he's been awful this year. Because he's been hurt and also because he's been bad.
Chris Tillman.
He's awful. He's awful.
Wei-Yin Chen, Bud Norris. I mean, there's nothing that excites me.
There's nothing that excites me, but the lineup excites me, though.
If you're talking in the postseason, I don't want any of those guys starting for me.
Imagine if Chris Davis gets hot and it's like 10 home runs in a couple games. Oh, my God.
Please.
Chris Davis can catch his mark from a couple years ago. Jesus. Never going to happen. He's had a lopsided year this year. It's been an unfortunate year for him. All right, enough with Major League Baseball. We'll talk more about Major League Baseball. I want to get to the commissioner, and when we find out the new commissioner, we'll talk about what he can possibly do to save the MLB. And I think it's from itself because it's to me it's imploding as far as some of the recent decisions that have gone on. To the NFL, we'll talk about the NFL quickly. It's getting to the NFL season. Preseason's fully in action. You guys saw Manziel and Bortles. What'd you guys think?
My opinion is the same as it's always been. I think Johnny has the biggest upside, but Blake is the most NFL ready.
I think Johnny Football is the real deal.
No.
I think he can really throw the ball. Not only that, I think he can facilitate.
Okay.
I really do.
Okay, John.
I'm just saying, I love me some Johnny Manziel.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Johnny
baby.
That was not good.
Johnny baby.
That was not.
It's all about Johnny Manziel.
Nick, what's your opinion on these three young guys coming in?
I personally am not a fan of Johnny Manziel. I think, really, whatever he does now, it's still going to be up and down.
Hey, Nick, you'll find out Monday night when Johnny lights up your Redskins.
It's preseason!
Yeah, you're right.
You think I care?
You're right. It's going to be against first-team players.
You think I care?
You should.
You should.
You should.
It's preseason.
You should.
Don't stop. Stop it.
It's the first team. This is like a legitimate game at this point. Johnny Football is fighting for a job. He is going to be playing his lights out. And if I'm the Washington Redskins, I don't want him starting. I think that defense needs to prove something, too.
I think Monday night's game might decide who's the starting quarterback.
And I think Johnny Manziel will seize this. I think he'll tear it up against the Washington Redskins.
So. I would love to see him start.
I hate the Cleveland Browns, but I hate everybody else in that division, so I kind of want Johnny Manziel to kick everyone's butt. That's the way I see it.
At the end of the day, as a Redskins fan, am I going to watch? Maybe. If I'm at work, am I going to shed a tear that I don't watch it? No.
I would watch it for RG3. I'd want to see what he's going to do. There's question marks. I picked in their own division, but there's question marks all over this guy. And Jay Gruden's trusting him. He says he's doing fine. Tom Brady gave him praise the other day.
We'll see.
I want to see it on the field, on television. RG3 needs to prove to me that he's going to get the Washington Redskins are going to get the 10 wins, and I'm giving them the win this year. They have to earn it.
Let's go division by division.
Oh, hold on. I just want to talk about Blake Bortles quick because he had a great performance. I don't want to underscore this. I think he was better than Manziel, if you ask me. Why does Bortles start this year?
Should.
Is he going to start? Because Jacksonville's been saying from day one he's not starting.
He should.
Chad Henne will be the starter. I think they win 6 games compared to 3 or 4 if Chad Henne's playing. That division stinks. I think they could beat up on the Texans. They might be able to take one from Indianapolis. Tennessee, yeah, right. But, I mean, if he's starting, I think they win a couple games. I really do. Now, of course,
I like Blake Bortles a lot. I think out of all the quarterbacks in this class, I think he's by far the most.
Him and Justin Blackman, oh my God, that tandem could be disgusting. It really could be. That could be a great tandem. Really could be. I'm not comparing it to Peyton and Marvin Harrison, but my God, that excites me, man. That gets me ready for some football. I want me some Blake Bortles.
Tough to compare any combination like that to Peyton and
but
Marvin
that's what I
Harrison.
thought of when I heard about this, because I do think Blake Bortles. To me, the two most NFL-ready quarterbacks in the past couple years to come out of the draft were Blake Bortles and Andrew Luck. To me, those two actually they relate in some way.
How long is Blackman out for? Didn't he get suspended?
No, Josh Gordon
I thought that was last year.
Yeah, last year.
Last year, because he just got caught the 24th with marijuana possession.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Josh Gordon's gonna hit with something soon, so he's a moron. But that's another thing with the Browns is they have nobody to throw to. Giants will be thrown to a bunch of second-tier players that would be on the practice squad for any other NFL team. But anyway, all right, let's do over under in our last couple minutes of regular show. Over under, boys. Do the Jets win 8 games?
Less.
Less.
Under.
Under,
Way
Nick. Under or over?
Under.
Way under.
Buffalo Bills. Do they win 6 games?
Over.
Over.
Even.
Nick.
Actually, you know what? I'll say even.
Even. Wow.
I'll say even.
Why even?
Who is this? Go ahead.
Buffalo Bills.
How many?
6 games. Over under.
Over.
I say over. I have them winning 8. I think they'll go in.
I will say even.
I think they're gonna
Oh,
win
just
like
real quick, I looked it up.
7.
Yeah.
Blackman was suspended indefinitely for this upcoming year, and he was appealing the suspension, but this only hurts him.
Okay.
So he might not even be able to throw it to Justin Blackman.
Okay. Well,
Continue.
eventually. Cincinnati Bengals over under 11 games.
Under.
Under. Okay.
Under.
Really?
Under. Yeah.
You know, Andy Dalton's not going to lead him to the promised land, huh?
No.
$115 million deal.
AJ McCarron needs to come off the bench.
All right. Let's
Andy
not go that
Dalton's
far.
a
Roll
scrub.
Tide.
He's a scrub.
Let's not go that far. Washington Redskins over under 8 games.
I'm biased over.
I'm saying over.
I will say over, but that team rides solely on the shoulders of Robert Griffin III.
Over under.
That's-
Hold on. Kirk
No.
Cousins was voted the best backup quarterback in the league.
Please.
I would
Oh,
I would buy that. Oh, stop it, Tyler. I'd buy that.
I'd buy it, but I mean,
Yeah, Deshaun Jackson now. That's a good
who
pickup.
cares about the best backup in the league?
All right. Over under Dallas
I
8
care.
games. Over under Dallas 8 games.
Under.
Under.
No,
Really?
no, even.
That offense is very good. That defense stinks, but that offense is
8. I'm gonna
one
say
of the
8.
best.
I'm gonna say 8 games.
I say over. I think they're 1-9. I think they could make they have a shot to make the playoffs, in my opinion. Will they? No. I don't have the minutes. I think the Bears and I think the Seahawks will make it. I have the Niners winning the West. But I think the Cowboys might be there at the end.
I like the Cowboys this year, but then again, I'm a big Romo fan. So
All right, last one. Over under 12 games for the Carolina Panthers. I say way under.
Under.
Way under. I think Panthers will be way under 500. Well, let's throw this one in too. Over under 6 games for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I say
Even.
over.
I'll say over, but I don't think they're gonna do anything.
I think over. I think they win 8 games, 8 or 9 games this year. I think Tampa Bay
I can't see
might
them
be a
making the
surprising
playoffs.
team.
They won't make the playoffs.
All right, we'll talk more NFL.
Who's their
next-
quarterback
what?
now?
Who for Tampa?
Yeah. I don't even know.
Glennon.
Is it Glennon?
I think it's Glennon.
Who?
Glennon.
Who is that?
He played
Exactly.
last year.
Exactly.
It's Glennon.
Oh, I don't know who he is.
Oh my God. All right, let's get to the verdict. Tyler, you're up.
Alrighty. My verdict is a simple message to my favorite player in the National Basketball Association. If you don't know, I'm a big Golden State Warrior fan. Stephen Curry came out today. He was asked to compare himself to LeBron James, and he called himself a better offensive player than King James.
What? BS.
He called himself a better
BS.
offensive player than King James. And I saw this, and I thought it was a joke, and it's so disturbing. You first of all, nobody in the league can compare to LeBron James. You know, you want to talk about second best player in the league, sure, Kevin Durant, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, you're Stephen Curry. You get hurt every year. You can't really play defense. So I'm sorry. Don't put yourself in the same sentence. I love you to death, and you're probably the best player on my team. But please shut your mouth when you are asked about LeBron James. The guy is the best player in the league, and he is the best player, arguably, that we will ever see. So that is all I have to say. Nick, you can go.
Okay. As a little tribute, if you guys aren't aware, this is a little bit different. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm doing a little bit different this time, but our dear colleague Christopher Arndt is leaving tomorrow for school. So I do a little send-off to him. I don't really have a real verdict prepared today. But Chris, we wish you the best of luck. I know I'm speaking on Tyler's
Absolutely.
and all of our viewers out there. We wish you the best of luck out there.
Thank you. I'm excited to go.
Make sure pack your old man jeans. Don't forget your
I'm
reading.
wearing them right now,
Don't
Nick.
forget your reading glasses.
I have them. They're all ready to go.
Your little notebook so you can write your list of top 5 favorite things.
Absolutely. I got my little mic so we can do this on the road.
Can I just say something? I don't mean to cut in with your verdict, but I just want to say, Chris, we all know how fun it is to kind of pick fun at you, especially when it comes to sports.
It's pretty easy to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is.
Because you're a very opinionated guy.
Hence the Tony Stewart debate. Not even debate, just me ranting earlier in the show.
Oh my God. But and I know I speak on Nick's behalf, and
No, you don't.
no, I don't.
No, you don't.
All that's all fun and jokes. We are gonna miss you, and it sucks that you're leaving tomorrow. But just we believe in you.
But just let the viewers know out there. We're still gonna attempt and try to continue this.
We are.
We're all gonna do a little type hangout thing. We're all gonna have our own headsets. So please
Absolutely. We'll still
stay
continue
in
this.
touch with our social media. and just
Absolutely.
give us a little leeway. Because
Absolutely. We'll try.
speaking of Chris, he's a little technical challenged.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
So
Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Nick. I'm gonna get to my verdict.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna get to my verdict. My verdict is about the team, the basketball team in Los Angeles. Today, Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith actually had a logical debate on whether or not the Clippers were the best team in the Los Angeles area. That sounds ridiculous and funny. It is. It's hilarious. In other words, the Clippers are the most polarizing team in Los Angeles. Most polarizing, most popular. Are you kidding me? That is a horrid topic to discuss and comprehend. It's almost hilarious to even ponder. Clipper Nation is about as apparent as White Castle is in Connecticut. If you know anything about Connecticut, there are no White Castles in this state. I mean, come on. The Los Angeles Clippers have won 2 division titles in their history compared to the Lakers' 16 NBA titles, 31 conference titles, and 23 division titles. If you're laughing now, it's appropriate because that's pretty hilarious. The Lakers have 16 NBA finals, and the Clippers have 2 division titles. And not to mention the greats that have risen through the ranks of the Lakers organization, from the great Kobe Bryant to the averageness of Elton Brand. Really. That individual needs to be immediately transported to a mental asylum if you think that the Clippers are a more popular franchise than the Los Angeles Lakers and ever will be. The Los Angeles Clipper front office led by Steve Ballmer, the coaching staff led by Doc Rivers, an extraordinary team, are overall better than the Los Angeles Lakers in every facet. Yet even though the Clippers may win an NBA title coming up, and that's up for debate, it's hilarious to ponder the growth of the Clipper Nation ever surpassing the Lakers. I love the Los Angeles Clippers. I'm as outspoken on that as I ever will be about any sport. But I'm one of 4 people that prefers to support mediocrity over royalty. The Los Angeles belongs to the Lakers. No accumulation of championships will ever change that notion. All right, gentlemen, I want to say thank you, too, to those kind remarks. Those were very kind remarks as far as sending me as me going off to college, and I just want to say I hope we continue the show.
Absolutely, Chris.
I really do. I think we can.
Best of luck.
We'll find time. I don't know how often we'll show. And guys, if you're listening, stay tuned to our Twitter, Facebook page. We'll get out information ASAP. We'll keep you in touch because we want this to keep going. We enjoy doing this. It's fun. We only have 4 episodes, and we understand that. And we also had a very long break, and we apologize for that. There will be no more of that. I can promise you that. But for me, guys, sports show done. From here, me and the guys, we say thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Have a great night. Enjoy your rest of your Wednesday night.